applications, and then also trying to go for different countries. He's having very good connection with China, with a lot of industries. So he's also assisting them with coming up the courses, and then also like real-time applications. Today, if possible, he's also going to show you some demo, like a live applications where you embrace that how it is going to be used in various applications. Okay, please make use of this time. I really appreciate. If you have any questions after the presentation, please go ahead, clarify your doubts. Okay, you are here to learn. Okay, not just to listen and go. Any clarification doubts, please note down. When you have the Q&A sessions, please ask that. Okay, so that you get clarified. Is it clear now? Okay. With this note, we really appreciate your time, sir, for coming here. We are honored that you and your team, your managers also here. I know that. We are really happy to see you, both of you here with your team. So I can now hand over the floor to you. Please go ahead, and then you can, if you want, you can introduce more about your company here, and then you can go with the presentation. Thank you for your time and coming. Thank you.
Hi everybody. My name is Eddie Mihigo. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
All right, cool. Remember, this is an interactive session. That's the most important thing. So we'd like for you guys to be as free as possible. All right. So just a little bit about myself before we continue. I'm a creative consultant. I know a little bit about everything, and not a lot about one thing. Okay. And before we start, I just want to motivate you for 2 seconds. I met Siphiwe on LinkedIn, and he reached out to me via email just to say, hey, I've been following what you're doing, and I think we can work together to do great things in Botswana. And I'll be honest with you, initially I was like, I don't know. I get a lot of messages, and I sometimes I try to vet to see who's reaching out. And when I did, I found that this man has done so many things in South Africa, almost too good to be true. Eventually he reached out again. He said, you know what, if you're available, let's have a meeting. Fortunately, I was in Johannesburg at the time, and we managed to meet, have a conversation, and that's what led to this. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have any qualifications in computer science or in app development or in AI, but what he saw was the ability of two people to put their heads and their hands together to make certain things happen. And that's what has led us to this room right now. So you never know what's going to happen in the future, right? But your mindset and your applicability is what will get you there. So this is an opportunity for each and every one of you. You might never see us again, but that depends on how involved you are in this conversation. So please ask questions, as many questions as you have, be involved, have fun, smile, because also institutions are about learning and academics, but what we're bringing here is the applicability of all of that. Okay, so this is a fun environment, guys. If you have a question, raise your hand. Mr. Siphiwe is here to answer them, and he's here to give you good and great things. So without further ado, I'll just go through the program very quickly. It's going to be short because it's already 10 a.m. What we're going to do is we're going to go straight into the keynote address where Mr. Siphiwe will talk a little bit about himself. And then after that, he's going to go straight into the live demonstration. Yeah. And then from that, we'll have a Q&A session where you guys can have a conversation with him, ask questions. I'll be in the, I'll be around there roaming with the microphone. If anybody has a hand, just raise it. I'll bring the mic to you, and you'll be able to have a conversation with him. But for now, please, actually, we're going to open with a poem. Our poet is here. We're going to open with a poem, and I'd like for you to just give him a round of applause as he comes.
kiloilwe. Simanyana kiloilwe, simanyana kiloilwe kimbe. Tiretse moradia morapedi kiloilwe. Talibane sebata si hoga teve. Sebata si tuna si hoga teve jampa. Mosetsanyana ntshware ka mogolokwane ke tsile go boka sebata ke se hoga teve. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I'm very fine and financial and stable. Usibayana ke shoba chomero ko lanja di toko. Kera go lona ba le leng financially stable. Can you please put your hands in your pockets so that you can stabilize my financial and stability? Ntiretse ke loile. Lethatsa thata jampa. Ke re khupwa marama ke a hupulo ga e betle re khurutha magere khuditse. Batho ba Botho University ke khurumule sekhurumelo ke kgwebo tlhoko ka legalo. Botho ja rona kana ya ka Setswana ya re bona motho a le monte. Ka Botho ja Setswana re be re ntsha botho ba rona re dimela jampa. Dimela bona Siphiwe. Dimela thata go ya tshema mo la ditshipi. Siphiwe kana ka Setswana ke refilwe. A itse a le Batswana kana refilwe. Tsa tsila gompieno Batswana re shometse huka sa phobusele mmogo. Dimela thata e tshema mo la diphorotla. Thata ga ke ata go boka ke tsile go ka hela ke ka motho a le motona ka moologa tsa tsila gompieno kana irile go utlwa pitso e bitswa ke batho ba Botho University ba re mosimanyana ga matshola tsamayela ka kwa tlo tšhabela mahoko bontanyane tsebeng tsa batho kana re go ragatswe ke motho a le motona a tata ka Afrika Borwa tata go ka maphakela mosimanyana o tila taboga a se kere sebata se se tona se ta se kere kana sebata re se bona ka mogogo na mane tona tsa tsila gompieno ke rata ke go se metshetse jampa ntete ke go tshitsene le di etsi tshema mo la ditshipi ke go tlhaloseditse ke re nna ke loilwe ke mme Mmatshire mosadi wa molotsana gore re ke bala dilo di dintle ke be ke bua hela ke sa tshabe sepe ke itse ke tla se ke re ke tla se ka jang kana ke loilwe etsi tshema mo la ditshipi thetse thata tsila gompieno ke rata ke tshome e ro go lantja dithoko re bue ka bo artificial intelligence ke loilwe ke mme
that measures how much gas you have in a cylinder. This device helps you to see and to monitor your LPG levels. What do we mean by LPG? Those cylinders that we use for either cooking or heating in our homes. It tells you from the mobile application, and then it auto places an order for you when your gas is about to deplete, meaning that it brings efficiency in your energy space at home. I've built a lot of other products. We have innovated in the health and fitness space, where we built smart wearable devices that are integrated with artificial intelligence that monitor your health, your activities, and that then suggests what activities to focus on the most, and it can predict the calorie burn rate, etc. We have been in this space building and innovating. While we're building and innovating, we decided, okay, now it's time for us not only to build solutions or to answer problems that we encounter on our day-to-day lives by sharing our knowledge and impacting the next innovator. We have a lot of young people that have ideas, not only young people, but we have a lot of our people that have ideas that can be turned into solutions that will address our challenges. These ideas, they lack one person that will help and hold them by the hand, expose them to how you take these ideas from ideation to commercial products. We have been working and transforming in these different sectors, and we got to a point where we started and introduced robotics and coding academy, where we train and impact our knowledge and expertise to the upcoming innovators. We train from from the introduction of Ohm's law to building of smart devices in the industrial Internet of Things, in the Internet of Things, and robots. We then built a platform which we call Zulu AI, which is a learning assistant. I'm going to be doing a live demonstration on Zulu AI, and I'm going to also talk a little bit about AI trends around the globe. Across the globe, artificial intelligence is transforming industries at unprecedented speeds. However, it's critical for Africa and Botswana in particular to approach this technological shift thoughtfully. Rather than blindly adopting global tech trends, we must first address our foundational infrastructure, enhancing agriculture, energy, healthcare, and education, ensuring the sustainable growth needed to genuinely benefit from advanced technologies like AI and robotics. Furthermore, while global conversations question the future of roles like software engineering due to AI rise, we see immense opportunity for Africa to shape its own technological narrative. It's crucial for us to empower local talent and foster homegrown tech solutions, aligning innovation with Africa's unique needs. Only through this strategic, intentional approach we can ensure AI delivers meaningful, lasting benefits for our continent, Botswana in particular. We have been hearing people saying because of the introduction of AI, a lot of jobs are going to be obsolete. There's going to be a high rate of unemployment. AI is here to take over our jobs, etc., etc. Of which, yes, there are jobs that are going to go, and there are a lot of more jobs that are going to be created from this AI and digital transformation era. Same applies even in the times of the introduction of internet. there were a lot of jobs that went obsolete, while there were enormous can build applications, can build softwares and all that, of which it's a big lie. We still need us here in the room to continuously study and refine our expertise, because we still have a lot and a long way to go as Africans. All these solutions that are being built from the east or the west are not yet compatible in our countries. And to be honest with you, most of these solutions, they need human touch. In the room, I believe we have software engineers, software engineering students. We have embedded engineers, I suppose, people in the electrical and electronic space, right? So just to give you an example in this space of job displacements and which kind of jobs are going to be created, etc. So the more we focus on us being consumers and not participating in the building of technology, we are making ourselves less effective in this new era of digital transformation, AI and robotics. I will give an example. As we now transition into clean energy, which means that we're going to be using your electric vehicles and all that. There's still a lot of opportunities that are being created by the emerging technologies. By number one, your construction workers are still needed. We still need to fix our roads. We still need to build the infrastructure to take care of these electric vehicles, where we're going to be connecting our charging stations and all that, meaning that there's still a lot of jobs that are coming. We're talking of guys that are studying software engineering. We still need applications to be built that are going to solve the African problems, applications that are going to be integrated in all these technologies that we are slowly shifting into. Okay, I think I did speak a little bit about our technologies, what we have built, real world applications that we have built, from ideas to products that are in the market. Link sensing, I did speak about our link sensing product, where we are innovating in the energy space, where we have integrated artificial intelligence and Internet of Things to efficiently monitor and manage liquid petroleum gas to make energy access safer and more reliable. We started working on this project around 5 years ago. We went through the building of the prototype, the testing, the building of our first more refined prototype. From there, we then took it for certifications and all that. I want to take through our upcoming innovators process, because sometimes you have an idea and you don't really know, or don't really have an idea of what stages does a product or an idea go through for it to be found in stores, etc. So from there, we went into the certification, of which we did the CE certification, we did the FCC certification, we then went on to do the ICASA. I believe here in Botswana you call it BOKRA. that is for like your radio frequency compliance, electromagnetic tests and all that to make sure that our product is fit for public use. And then the last certificate that we did on this link sensing product was the ATEX certificate, which I did sometime in October last year in Italy. This certificate was to fit or to qualify our product to be used on high pressure environments for safety, because we deal with this product is meant for LPG, which is contained in high pressure cylinders, and it sits at a more dangerous environment. Okay, we went on to build MindSafe 360, where we built devices where we integrated AI and Internet of Things to monitor and prevent workspace hazards, significantly enhancing safety in mining and industrial environments. Of which now when we were building MindSafe 360, we were targeted to say we want to enhance safety in the mining environment as well as in the industrial space. However, we started then gaining more traction in the public spaces, which is in schools. We have installed and sold those air quality monitoring devices to schools for them to monitor air quality in their classrooms, in auditoriums like these, to make sure that occupants are safe and the quality of air they breathe is being monitored in real time. And that product now is commercial. We have sold it to, now currently it's in South Africa. It's going to be going to other countries very soon. Unlike the link sensor, which we have sold to more than 17 countries across Africa and in Asia. We have Kukinta, where we integrate AI in the electric vehicle space. We build and consult in that EV space, whereby, for instance, here at Botho University, we bring in our demo electric vehicles, where we get students hands-on experience in the processes of the building of electric vehicles, in the processes of maintaining and fixing electric vehicles. And then we went on to build something very close to my heart, which is a product that we built for Botswana, which is the Rescue Me, which is an AI assistant or an AI agent to curb this GBV situation. So this app is AI based. We trained it, whereby if as a victim, you can report a perpetrator, you can chat to the AI agent based on the conversation you are having with the AI agent. It then suggests either it responds to you to give you advice, or if the matter is so severe, then it automatically calls and sends your location to the nearest police station, and it can also escalate to a counselor if your matter seems or sounds like it needs attention or human touch, but not to an extent of involving the police. I did speak about the AI Robotics and Coding Academy, where we then now share our knowledge and hold and help the next innovator get the necessary mentorship and guidance in how to transform their idea into a commercial product. I'll proceed and introduce. I'm not sure. There's no video. There's no audio. I'm going to play a presentation of our AI assistant, which is Zulu AI. After I've played the video, I'm going to run it live so that we can experience it in action.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Welcome to Nzulu AI, the future of AI-powered learning. Whether you're learning to code, exploring robotics, diving into AI, or studying curriculum-based or self-paced subjects, Nzulu AI adapts to your unique learning journey. Traditional education follows a one-size-fits-all model, leaving many students struggling or held back. Teachers are overwhelmed, and institutions lack real-time insights into student progress. Nzulu AI changes this. Our AI evaluates each learner's level, creates a personalized learning path, and provides interactive lessons, real-time quizzes, and AI-powered feedback to ensure mastery before moving forward. AI is shaping the future, and there's no escaping it. At Nzulu AI, we embrace AI the right way, not as a tool for shortcuts, cheating, or plagiarism, but as a guide to smarter, more effective learning. AI should enhance critical thinking, not replace effort. Students learn at their own pace, get instant support, and gain real-world skills in coding, app, and robotics. Schools and universities can upload their curriculum, ensuring that students follow structured, institution-approved content. Educators benefit from automated progress tracking, AI-driven assessments, and smarter insights into student performance. The future of education is here. Join Nzulu AI today and experience the power of AI-driven learning. Nzulu AI, where learning meets intelligence.
Thank you. So with a lot of large language models that are in the market today, we tend to now use AI not for the good cause, but rather to make us less human and more of machines, in the sense that some of us in the room, we find ourselves now writing and prompting AI to do the work for us, rather than employing AI to work side to side with us. We have found ourselves victims of plagiarism, cheating, and all that, of which you might be happy to say, I'm getting the best marks, I sound the best, the smartest student in the house because of my quality of essays, my summaries, my writing style, etc. But however, all that comes at a cost, because each and every day, each and every moment you take such shortcuts, you are making yourself less creative, and before you know, you will even fail to write a simple text to your significant other. I've seen each time when as young people, maybe there's an email that came through, just copy and paste, respond on my behalf. Or maybe write me an essay about this. I would share some of the downsides. I was sharing at one of the media houses, sharing with them how sad it is for our journalists to use AI either for grammar check or AI for spelling check, etc. The moment you upload your content to AI, you no longer own that content. I suppose here in the room, as you are doing research, as you are doing your works and all that, the moment you upload your work on any large language models, your ChatGPTs, your Gemini, your DeepSeek, etc., you don't own that content no more. It's now owned by the big techs, of which it's not a good idea. Yes, AI is here to enhance our learning and to support our creativity, but let's do that in the right way. That's why we were saying to ourselves, why can't we sit and build something for us, for our learners to say, okay, fine, let's get a student tutor that will work side to side with students. But rather, there is what we call prompt engineering, of which prompt engineering, if you are so enlightened about prompt engineering, you can still use ChatGPT to enhance your learning experience, rather reduce your creativity. We're going to give access to those online to the Zulu AI platform. But for now, I will proceed and allow my brother here, Adam Higo, to facilitate a questions and answers session, and then we'll proceed to the next steps. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so I hope you're paying attention. So at this point, if you have any questions, I'll come with the mic to you and you can ask it.
Other questions? Any questions?
Thank you. So my question is, how can we use AI tools like ChatGPT effectively for research?
Okay.
What about, like if we are giving our, let's say, paragraph of
Yes.
our work, and then if we are trying to rephrase it with the help of ChatGPT or any AI tool,
Yes.
will it be still plagiarized? Or
What I can say is, honestly, we were in this touch with some fellows in some universities. So the problem is large language models, they depend on data that has been loaded on them for training purposes. So when you research, I'll give you for an example now, if you have ChatGPT on your phone and ask who is Siphiwe Mabusela, it's going to tell you about me. How does ChatGPT know about me? It knows about me because of the information that it has been gathering from the web. So meaning that anybody can post anything on the web, which means that if you are doing like serious research, honestly, I wouldn't propose one to maybe use such. I would say rather for grammar check and stuff, you can use your Grammarly on the browser to just make sure your papers like grammar sorted. But when it comes to research, especially deep research, it's a no. I'll give an example. Like now, let's say maybe, these large language models, they have very limited information. At this other place, we were chatting about it. I was sharing with this journalist saying that I noted some articles now are written using AI, and of which it's so sad because AI will only present to us what is on the public domain. But what that is not on the public domain is not on any of these large language models, meaning that it's very, very limited. And we're chatting to my other team members. Each time when I was telling him, each time when you have an idea, right? You type that idea on like your large language model, like ChatGPT, and say that I have an idea. Each time when a person comes in to the room, let a sensor count the number of people, and then let it read and upload that data to a database so that tomorrow or some other time in the future I can analyze the patterns of which people come in and go out of the room. You write that, you prompt an AI model, the moment you prompt it, it's going to now disrupt your idea completely. You will end up finding yourself stuck with some idea that is almost out of context, right? But yes, for other like general purposes, yes, you can use large language models. For instance, when you are prompting, let's say maybe you want to get an idea, you want to expand on something. I'll give an example. Let's say maybe you want to create some graphic, or you want to expand on a story or something. Then there are 3 steps. So the first one, we need to define your role, who is prompting, right? Give it the context and the objective. I'll give an example. I was writing a letter to invite people to my AI summit that is going to be taking place on the 14th of May at current time here in Gaborone. So what I said to AI, I am, now this is the role part, I am Siphiwe Mabusela, because now my information is on these models. I am Siphiwe Mabusela. I am writing a letter inviting inviting attendees to participate in my event taking place on the 14th of May. Please learn from the flyer poster that I'm uploading now. Also, reference on my LinkedIn post for you to write it in my tone to sound human-like. Right? That's right. And then I went on to give it more context. Please, each time when I paste a LinkedIn URL, learn about that person. When you write the letter, address it straight to that person. I'm going to be prompting, I'm going to be pasting just LinkedIn URLs. You learn from each person and write a customized letter to them. Right, now I've explained the objective. And then let's start. So each time when I paste the LinkedIn URL, it's going to go quickly to that person's profile, pick up the information, and then tailor it now to say, hi, Dr. So-and-so, thank you for opening our email. We invite you to this based on the fact that you are a professor at the University of Botho, etc., because now it understands, it has the context, it has the role, and it understands the objective. Thank you. Any other questions?
Questions?
There's a question.
Okay. I'm going to lose weight today.
Good morning. My question is, most of the lecturers in university are skeptical about the use of AI. So how should AI be integrated in such a way that it is normalized to be used in universities? Most of the lecturers, they deem AI to be not as effective in learning for students or studying. My question is exactly, how should AI be integrated so that it is normalized in learning and studying of these students? The positive parts of AI was in the relationship of students and lecturers.
Okay, thank you for the question. All right, so I will start from now. AI is here and there is no escape in it. What we need now to do is to find ways of embracing it the right way. Universities across the world, I talk of the universities that started adopting AI in their learning, were in Singapore. It was Singapore, and then we started integrating this in the US. We are integrating in China now. Malaysia now is adopting AI. So it's a matter of policy. So okay, let me take us out of the picture and talk as, let me leave the Zulu AI out of the picture and talk as an ordinary person to answer your question. So on the adoption of AI in learning, it's a matter of policy review to make sure that the policies align the adoption of AI. I'll give an example. Universities are now integrating AI into their not only curriculum but into their systems. As I presented the Zulu AI, so Zulu AI is an example of how to implement learning, how to implement AI in learning. The university applauds the university policies. They applaud curriculum on the custom AI, not on the public AI model, on the custom AI that is locally built for the specific university. From there, and then students can interact with that AI model that is customized, that understands the university policies, that understands the curriculum. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run an example. I'm going to log into this so that you get Okay, be patient with me. My network is a bit slow. Okay. It's so unfortunate. I'm not using my computer. We have a technology disadvantage here, so I couldn't connect to my computer, but I'll log into my brother's account. Yes. So I want to log in and show you how we have built something to encourage the adoption of AI in the classroom, right? Okay, I'm going to choose any course, right? Which one can I choose, my brother? Any course? Which? Pardon?
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking. Okay. What is my critical thinking course? Okay, we enroll. We confirm the enrollment, right? Right. And then, so this is AI. This is an AI-based tutor, right?
So now I have to take the course. Yeah? Maybe I want to pass. Put me in trouble, my brother.
Okay. So then it goes on to say the first topic is understanding critical thinking. Critical thinking involves logical reasoning, questioning assumptions, and analyzing information effectively. Key elements include identifying biases and logical fallacies, differentiating facts from opinions, recognizing patterns and inconsistencies in information. Would you like to delve deeper into any of these key elements, or would you like a general overview of the topic? You see now, so this example is to show how we have implemented AI the right way for adoption in learning environments like this. So now this course is it's pulled from a curriculum that we built on critical thinking. We loaded it to the model, the model understands this. So now, for me to like now, okay, I want to go to the next topic. Right, now it proceeds. So now it's following structured content, right? And then let's say I don't understand this, I can ask the model to explain the topic further and providing examples, right? So you see, right? So this model is trained on the curriculum, on the curriculum that we loaded. For instance, let's say here you also have critical thinking as a course, you load it as a curriculum, then you load the university policies, right? So I want to show you where the policies come in on this, on the general chart, right? So this is where you interact with the model like you're interacting with your chat GPT, etc. Right, I will ask the model, who are you? Right, so I am Zulu AI in educational assistance. I'm here to help you learn. How can I assist you today? Are you working on a particular subject or topic? So this is us now using AI in an effective way, because we loaded the curriculums, we loaded the policies, and this model only helps you learn, and it does not help you take advantage of implementing shortcuts in your learning journey, etc. Right? So now, when I'm here, then the next thing is, if I try to, so the more you continue on lessons, it will at some point stop to ask you questions, because now it now wants to understand, are you learning what it's presenting to you, or you are just going through the content, and then it then summarizes that and shows your performance based on the learning journey. So we have this part of, you can willingly take a quiz, or the time you try to proceed to the next lesson, like in 5 lessons, it will then stop, ask you questions to measure your understanding. Right now, it's asking us questions. Which type of reasoning starts with specific observations and moves to general conclusion, right? And then you choose the answer. And after you've chosen the answer, then you can submit, and then it will measure your performance based on that. Are you answered, my brother? May I proceed to the next question? Okay, there's a question up there, Brian. And up.
Okay. I wanted to ask about the safety of US and privacy. You mentioned that once an individual uploads any content, is basically taken by the AI. So how can the users, how can they preserve what they don't want to be, what they do not to be shared publicly, so that the AI doesn't share or doesn't, I don't know. Sometimes I remember I cited on the ChatGPT to question you that you at some point share my research with other users of the same platform. Of course, it will answer that, but how are we assured that the AIs don't share what user A2 is doing and what user B3 is doing? And also, the employment part, there's a major concern that once an AI is introduced, it reduces or it cuts off a lot of people. So you did mention that it creates the involvement of AI also creates more jobs. So how can we be assured that since technology is also evolving with the same speed as the AIs are evolving, there will be an instrument that is normally used by someone, by an individual here. It's a cutting machine. So the next future, in the next 5 years, that cutting machine will do it. So how are you saying that person is insecure from this tools?
Thank you for your questions. All right, I'll start by answering the first one. The first one, I will assure you, whether you like it or not, the moment you upload your work to a large language model, your information is shared with them and it's going to keep it, and it will, or whenever prompted by other users, that information is going to be shared. Whether you prompted the AI not to share the information, is going to share that information. So meaning that the advice is that do not upload content that you would not want to be shared with the public domain on an AI model, right? So there are ways, there are large language models that operate privately, where you can upload your own data, you own your data, you own your everything. Yes, in that way you are safe. Right. The next part, the job displacement part, we were having a training session somewhere here in Hebron, one of the media houses. I was just demonstrating how each team member can be replaced by AI. So in their customer journey, when a person inquires about either publishing a story or publishing an advert, sends an email to somebody who opens that email, sends back the dimensions or the specs in which they have to provide their advertisement in or their article in, and then the client responds, and then the finance department sends a quote, the client accepts the quote, and invoice is sent, and payment is done. Somebody verifies the payment manually, and when the content is submitted back, somebody does proofreading, and then from there, now it goes on the paper, right? Then I summarized that by automating and implementing AI. You just go to the portal. On the portal, you select your inquiry. If it's placing an advert, you click on placing an advert. Automatically, it brings up the rate card. You select what you want. After you have selected, it presents to you the dimensions. You upload, the AI model checks, does the grammar check, the spelling check, the proofreading, and then it suggests to you changes, if any, and then you submit. After submitting, automatically a code is created by a bot, because we have already uploaded your information, and based on the selection of the services that you want, it knows and understands how much is needed by the company, and then from there, once you make the payment online, and then automatically that code is accepted and the invoice is settled, and only now the advert goes to one person that then places the advert, meaning that all these people are gone, right? How do they now make their job safer? By upskilling and transitioning to these latest digital trends, because if you don't upskill yourself, sooner or later, you're going to face problems. I'll give an example. We built a robot that we have been selling now. We've sold it to a hotel in Shenzhen. We've sold it to a hotel in Malaysia and in Dubai. This robot serves guests in restaurants and in hotels. So from few taps, you can order water, you can order your food, and then the robot goes, climbs the elevator, brings whatever you have ordered. Meaning that the waiter or the person moving around, now their jobs are gone. But now, how do they now participate in the new shift? By upskilling themselves. For instance, I'm honest, like now, the only jobs that are going to be making sense are jobs in the software engineering space, jobs in the robotics or electronics, electrical engineering space, especially on this technology and all that, because Now, these robots that are being built, if one robot replaces a job of 5 waiters, that robot, number one, it creates a job of a person that is involved in the making or in the building of that robot, which means that your guys that the software engineers, they have to build and maintain the source code of which that robot depends on, and the guys that do the maintenance of the robot. So you find that that same robot replaced 5 jobs, but it created 10 or 15 more jobs. Do you want to expand your question? How
late are we as Africans?
we very behind. We're very behind. That I can assure you. Because what we are doing now as Africans, or what's happening in Africa now, is we are being trained and equipped to be these nice consumers. We are consumers. We are not equipped to participate in the shift. I can tell you now, now as we speak now, the microphone that I'm using, this microphone probably, if it's not from the West, it's from the East. The computer, if it's not from the West, it's from the East. So in the West, they send their prototypes to the East for mass production, and then we order, then we come, we consume. And now, this technology that we are using even now, the web browser is from the West. So at the end of the day, this is the time where us innovators that have built and created products born from Africa, built by Africans, we're saying we are inviting other innovators, we are inviting our people to come and participate in this shift. So we have empowered a few people, and we are continuously empowering our people to say that, fine, now, because we do not have the capacity, do not have the power to build these factories and to build these machines. My brother, I can tell you some of the machines that we use there in the East, where I'm involved in manufacturing, some of them, they cost a couple of billions. So we do not have the muscle now. Us, I'm talking of us as a private company. So what we do is we train our people, we take our people to participate in the making, right? So I'll give an example, right? So in the East, okay, the East, let me further clarify, China in particular. So they built a lot of nice products. They have all these tools, all these components, right? You have an idea. So we take your idea, we package it nicely. We see, okay, how best can we let you participate in this and realize your idea or take your idea to the market? We then go on the directory to check. I can assure you now, it's just a few ideas that haven't been, or the stuff that hasn't been built. So you find that, I'll give an example of the smartwatch that we built, right? We didn't have to go and build the glass, build that. No, we tapped into a partnership with somebody who is already making the watches in China. We said, okay, how do we participate in this value chain? We built the mobile application, right? Because this is what we can do. We created a few jobs, built the mobile application, we built the interface, the firmware, and then we borrowed their hardware, we merged. Now, at least by us not only buying the watches from them, we at least created a few jobs for our people. Before a product, for instance, let's say if policies are implemented the correct way, we say, no, we do not want phones that come as complete. Let's have our people participate in the building of the firmware. Let's have our people participate in the building, in the quality testing, assurance, and all that in the whole making process. And then at least our people can be empowered and we can fully participate in that economy. The second part is I'm telling you, 10, 15, 20 years, electric vehicles are coming to Africa. Who will be building these charging stations? Is the Easterners. They will come and then they will build the charging stations, and us will only go and consume, buy those electric vehicles on credit, and then our people, the few employed, are going to be depressed, because now they will have to behave well, they will have to worship the master, so that they can at least safeguard their cars. So yeah, so at least now, if policies are if we start to consider the adjustments of policies to say that when we are engaging in such projects, let's involve our people, let's get our people involved, and then slowly we'll at least contribute to the value chain. Because there are a lot of ways how we can contribute to the value chain. I've seen some of these technological devices when they come, they are labeled in Chinese. Our people, our content writers can go and participate in the translation and in the designing of the posters, of the packaging, and all those kind of things. Aren't those jobs created for our people? They are getting created for our people in that sense. Any other questions?
Okay. So
Okay.
quick one, Mr. Siphiwe.
Yes, sir.
We're supposed to go into the Zulu AI presentation. Can we do that? I know we've gone into it, but the aspects of the platform, I think the audience will find informative. So I don't know if you want to go into those aspects very quickly before we get that.
Let's continue with the let's continue the question and answer.
Yes. No problem.
Yeah.
All right, my brother, we're gonna come back to you. There's someone else with a hand. Where was the hand? Okay.
Yes,
sir.
My question is, how has Zulu AI adapted to improve the overall lifestyle people, apart from students, and what is it that you are doing to improve the efficiency of Zulu AI to be
Okay. So currently our Zulu AI platform is being used in South Africa. So we are continuously getting feedback from the users and implementing those adjustments, because in technology you never build a perfect product. So we are continuously perfecting the product, and also from the interaction and the time spent by users, we can now tell by the analytics to say that how effective is our system. Currently, as of date, the system is quite effective. We are getting positive feedback in South Africa. In China, we are getting positive feedback. People are really embracing Zulu AI, and even in the general public space, we have seen a lot of people enroll in courses like your critical thinking, your prompt engineering, using AI the right way, etc. And we are continuously adding new courses to meet the market demand. There's a question, right? Are you?
How relevant AI is, because it seems to be sabotaging constructive thinking, design thinking, innovation, creativity. But how relevant AI is? Because I personally, I hate it.
Thank you, sir.
Can I take that one?
Okay.
So this morning I was writing an article, right? And I wanted to posit that consistency in failure is progressive. And it's very important. How many agree with me? Consistency in failure is actually more important than sporadic success. How many agree with me? So when I say it the way I'm saying it now, it sounds very tricky, because what I'm saying is to fail all the time is better than winning sometimes. So I told AI, I said, listen, I want you to structure this so that the layman can understand what I'm trying to tell him. Okay? So AI gave me something. He said, okay, here's the thing. When you fail consistently, you're able to pick out what you need to improve on. Okay? But when you win sporadically, you will only focus on those few high points that you had. And in the long run, you're going to lose. So how it improves systems thinking and design thinking is that it shortens the journey from an idea, okay, to how that idea is presented. The mistake people make is when they jump onto a platform, they tell the platform, write me an article for today, I need to present it at 10. And then when the article comes out, they don't even proof it. They simply hand it in. Say, okay, no fact checking, no grammar, nothing. They just hand it in. Some articles I've seen online, even have, Eddie, here's an article about this in the submission. And at the bottom, if you want anything else, please don't hesitate to ask. So this person simply just copied this and pasted there. And then when they get caught, they wonder, are you a magician? No, within your product, I'm able to pick out gaps that tell me that Siphiwe can do that. You can pick out gaps. You can give him a paragraph now, he'll tell you this is AI generated. And he'll tell you, you see this line here. It doesn't exist in the word processing that we're using now. Only AI can generate. So it's those little things. But if we think holistically, then we're able, even something like Zulu AI, right? We're able to use it for progress, to enhance what we already have.
And also, I would like to expand on that. So AI helps you automate repetitive tasks. As I presented before, that there are a lot of tasks that now really we don't need to involve human human effort in. We can utilize the power of AI to automate such. I'll give you an example. Somebody writes you I'll give you a practical example. I received 3 documents in the Chinese language, an invitation to join some universities, and where they presented to me what they've done, their patterns and all that, how I'm going to be involved in their research and all that. So, okay, now, if I didn't have AI that same evening because I needed to send them feedback, I had to upload those PDF documents, and I asked AI, please learn from these documents and respond to me in English language, summarized. I want to understand what is meant by or what is contained in these documents. AI went quick, but if now we didn't have AI, I was supposed to then now look for a translator to sit with me, go through the documents, and then rewrite to me in English. So such tasks you really need AI, but AI cannot replace human intelligence, it cannot replace human effort and creativity. I've seen some artists now, they try to use AI to write poems, to write songs, of which those songs, they are not nice. They are too generic, not human. So AI has its own pros and cons, but for repetitive tasks, for automation, for pattern recognition, and all that, AI is the tool, and it's here. There is no escaping it.
I mean, if I take shortcuts to accomplish the outcome, and there's a tool which does that shortcut for me, what do I benefit at the end of the day as far as disciplinary knowledge is concerned? Because the university level we teach pedagogy, we teach cognitive, the thinking aspect, constructive thinking, And even if you look at the world of engineering, maybe there are 3 different levels of engineering. There are those who do operation and maintenance, which is like utilities. So those engineers actually have a problem because they only know how difficult things are. Like operational maintenance is just simple and straightforward. Then you've got the next level of engineers, which are like application engineers, which utilizes the tools which are available. Then you've got now applied engineers, which maybe we call them researchers, where the thinking is really, really needed. And this is where universities are. So I don't see now why we should be teaching students how to think, and then at the same time we introduce a tool which seems to take shortcuts. Because we don't do shortcuts. It must be a method, it must be a procedure, it must be a process for the student to finally arrive at the solution. So all these things we seem to be dismissing and saying, AI. That thing I hated.
But you know what's interesting? We use SPSS, don't we? And Excel, and we have formulas. Those are rudimentary AI tools. Interesting. But go ahead.
And there's okay, there are questions. So there's a gentleman. He sent to me a task. He says to me, Siphiwe, help me. Let's get all the listed entities at the JSE, the Job Stock Exchange. Let's categorize them per industry. That task was going to take me like maybe a day, 2, 3 or 4 days. But with the power of AI, I was able to preserve my creative thinking, to apply it on things that matter. And then I had to automate that. I prompted AI, please extract all the listed entities on the JSE, learning from this link and categorizing them per industry. Simple. Within split seconds, I had my Excel sheet. So now I then preserved my creative mind for meaningful things. But repetitive tasks, yes, AI is here. There's no escaping it.
Thank you for that. It's a bit late, but I've got a comment initially. I've used I've asked AI to answer my past exam paper. I was quite impressed that it solved it. I was thinking I could solve questions. But then I changed the numbers in the question. Then it failed to find something. So I think, okay, what this thing is doing is searching everywhere for what things that have been done and solve those things. So to a certain extent, it has not found all information creative to be able to understand something can be changed. Of course, when you start paying for the AI, you need to better tools and better responses. My question actually was to do with assets that you can trade a wicked AI. And that is a danger because I want to give an example. They say an African and German man, they were saying, okay, whatever we give you enemy double of that. So the German was able to get 207. But after they pull out one of my eyes. One. So that my enemy will get both eyes taken out. So this kind of thing I fear for politicians because they are always one against the other. So they are not using it for developing the country or anything like that, but just to ruin one another. They are reckless. So I think also we need to understand that these tools, when they are there, in the wrong hands, they can really play havoc. possibly destroy civilizations.
Thank you, sir, for your question. So I'll start from the first part, the comment you made on the AI answering a question paper. Yes, you're very correct. If you are to upload a question paper now, past exam question paper, and just say, answer this on my behalf, I assure you, AI might even score maybe around 70% or 80%. Why? Because it didn't get the context in which that exam paper was written, right? So how do we implement or let AI perform effectively? By training that AI in the context of the curriculum in which we are going to be prompting AI to interact with the past exam question papers. Then now it will behave effectively. But if we are just to generalize, hence we build or AI tools that are custom made, either for directed to specific industries, they perform effectively in those industries, or they perform effectively in those organizations. I'll give you an example. We built a tool, it's an employee performance assessment tool, where the AI questions each employee based on the KPIs, on that employee's KPIs. And then after answering those questions, and then it scores and suggests solutions in areas where that employee is weak at. Right, coming to the politics part, yes, hence we are in this shift, we are inviting our people to participate, because if we do not participate, I'm telling you, I was sharing something somewhere saying that these AI large language models, they don't even understand the process of lobola. Why? Because they are built by people who don't understand our values as African people, who don't understand our culture, who don't understand our history rather. So yes, we are inviting us to participate so that tomorrow we have large language models that understand our people better. There's a question by A. We are 16 minutes to go. I think we're wrapping up.
Where's the question?
Oh, it's here.
I just wanted to understand like your major setbacks when you're building into AI.
Okay, firstly, infrastructure, it is not easy to tap into. Infrastructure to do with AI, edge computing is very costly, very costly. So we had to depend on cloud infrastructure, number one. Number two, the training part of the models, as you can see now, we only have a few courses, of which these courses we had to craft that curriculum. So now the challenge is to get universities onboarded, to convince them to adopt AI and allow us to partner with them in uploading their curriculums on a platform like Zulu AI to empower the students to learn better using a tool like Zulu AI. So yeah, those are the main setbacks. But when it comes to manpower, I have an amazing team. We build solutions like very smoothly, and we are continuously recruiting and impacting this knowledge and expertise to upcoming innovators.
For the cybersecurity aspects, what are the attacks that which you have recorded for?
Okay, because we are using cloud infrastructure already, they have layers that protect the infrastructure, because now we are using their platform as a service, and then we also implement other additional layers to also protect attacks coming from the front end. But from the back end side of things, we are dependent on their infrastructure, on their security protocols. And where we deployed our platform, It's in one of the top tier service providers that is also being used by the US government and all that. So meaning that they have a state of the art security. Thank you. As we wrap up, 2 more questions and then thank you. Questions
Or comments?
or comments? Thank you. Okay.
I would like to know or get some insights on you're mentioning about the robot, right?
Yes.
The restaurant waiter,
Yes.
that robot. So how was its development? Can you give some insights on the development? Because we are also interested in
On the development process.
this technology and what was the challenges. We can give an overview about that. But I think the students will also get benefited from that.
All right. I'll make it a little bit more easier for us, the audience here. So by utilizing your basic microcontroller units in the prototyping space, your Arduino and your ESP32s, etc. So let me break it down further to a layman. We have these kits that we use when we are teaching robotics. Yeah, the self-driving, those cars, the self-driving robotic cars, learning kits that run on Arduino R3. So the first steps are to write the firmware that we load on the microcontroller unit, right? And then we then add additional microcontrollers, your Raspberry Pi for machine learning. Then we load the ROS on the Raspberry Pi. Then we add additional modules like your ESP32s for BLE, Wi-Fi connectivity, and then as well as for peer-to-peer communication within the environment. And then from there, we add a bit of some extra sensors for what do you call it? Obstacle avoidance, learning the environment. Then that is loaded on it runs on the ROS on the Raspberry Pi. And then from there, and then obviously we built an interface for that mobile application that then sends signals via Wi-Fi, and then it gives instructions to the robot on what to do. And the robot, because of machine learning, it understands the environment, etc. And then now it knows where to go when it gets to this place, what to do. It has to open the door. After opening the door, this is how it should behave. And linking that with your elevators, when it gets to the door, an elevator should know that now there is somebody outside, and then it can automatically press the elevator from the memory it received from the query that was sent to the platform and all that. Yes. So that process, we do have some courses that potentially they're going to be part of our curriculum here, where we give or we impart the hands-on knowledge, because in most cases we find that we have brilliant students, we have brilliant young minds, but because they are not exposed to the real world making of things and the limitation of access of components, you find that maybe they've been learning theory for 3 to 5 years, but they haven't built anything meaningful, you know. So we get them on board, training them very simple things from understanding the Arduino IDE, understanding like the basics of C++, you know, all those kind of things, the libraries and all that. Yes. Thank you. Dear friends, students, educators, policymakers, and fellow innovators, artificial intelligence represents unprecedented opportunities for our generation, but it also carries risks we cannot afford to ignore. AI must empower us, not replace our critical thinking or humanity. It's crucial that we remain vigilant, continuously learning and adapting to technological shifts responsible. To our youth, use AI as a powerful tool to enhance your creativity, learning, and curiosity. Avoid dependence on shortcuts or instant answers. Instead, let AI guide you toward deeper exploration and understanding. To our educators, integrate AI responsible into your classrooms to foster genuine learning, encourage critical thinking, and prepare students for future careers. To our leaders and policymakers, it is essential to build robust, thoughtful AI policies that safeguard privacy, ensure security, to foster economic inclusion and innovation. Let us collectively embrace AI responsible to build a resilient and empowered future. Join me as we lead this digital shift for Botswana and Africa, ensuring we harness technology for our collective growth and prosperity. I hereby invite you to our digital AI shift that will be taking place at Aquarian Tide on the 14th of May, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Siphiwe, for your excellent presentation. We are really happy to have you here, and the team as well. Now, may I call upon Madam Amri Thomas to honor. It's a small token of appreciation to Mr. Siphiwe. Please, Ma'am Amri, you can come and. Yeah, please. Thank you. I also want to thank Ma'am Amli Thomas and our team for putting forward this event. And then, we have several things coming up like this. I also want to encourage our students to participate and learn something new. Okay, so we are taking these efforts to make sure that our students learn something new and in advanced technology. So I urge, there are the series of seminars are coming up. Okay, on AI, machine learning. And then also, as Mr. Siphiwe was saying, robotics. Okay. Recently, our Faculty of Engineering Technology, we bought a drone. Okay, where we also want our students to use the drone. Mr. Korapatse is the one who's dealing with the drone, and then any student who want to be part of that, please meet Mr. Korapatse. He's our lecturer in our Faculty of Engineering Technology. He's going to, engage students to develop, how to interface the drone with our own, customizing that. Also, we plan to buy a robot. We are still in the plan to buy a robot as well. So we are going to take his advice. There. So I have budgeted something to buy by in next 2 months. So I want our students to make use of that as well. Okay. So the plan is to buy, as we plan to buy robot and drone, we purchased drone now. We have a very big drone now. So we need to have a customization to be done. Robots, I discussed with Mr. Pierre to take his advice.
Yes, Doc. What you're going to do, my proposal is let's not buy a built robot. I'm going to bring components. Let's build the robot together with the students, and I'm going to please.
I was going to ask, if you buy the robot, can we break it and put it back?
Yeah. See, the thing is that we are not going to buy a complete, built-in. Okay, we need to customize that. We need our student to come get hands on that. Okay, they need to rebuild everything. See, the drone what we purchased, we didn't buy like a built-in drone. We bought all the components. So now we need to customize, and then we need to come up with our own plan. Okay, that is the initial plan. So what I want to request is that make use of such opportunity. I'm going to put an in charge for that particular, unit, where you can come, register, and then discuss with them, and then work on that. So that you take ownership, and then also try to, you utilize your knowledge or time building something new. Okay, we will discuss that and how to go ahead with that.
Guys, all of you guys are on the Wi-Fi, right? Yes? Or yes, or you have data or something. So get on LinkedIn. Just search the name, okay, and request the man. That way you have direct access to him. Okay? I do that all the time. First thing I do when I see something that I like, I go on LinkedIn, search the person, request, and then have conversations with them. Don't just be reading newspaper articles on your phones. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate Mr. Siphiwe.
All right, give ourselves a round of applause, guys. Thanks so much. Thank you. And we're gonna hang around. He's gonna hang around for like the next 10 minutes. If you have any extra questions, if you wanna ask anything, he'll be right there. You can reach out to him. He's a very he loves photos too much. So you also have a chance to come down and take some pictures. But thank you for your time, guys.
Guys, can we have photograph with him so that
yes. So come down. Let's take some photos.
Guys, quickly come forward. Guys, can you have photograph? Yeah, photo, please. Guys, those who want to join for photo, please come in. Okay, quickly. Guys, those who want for a photograph, please. Guys, make it fast, please. And not sitting, please. Ma'am, please come on. Ma'am, if you want to come, please. You guys don't want to join? Come fast. Can you cover everything? Just tell them how.
You see, so yeah, so
can you
a lot of
guys
these things
cut this
what
side?
has done, it's just
Don't cut for guys.
is because what happened
Fine.
yeah, now that journey but you actually need real markets. The process is that you have been continuing let's just double check it.
Again. Smile, guys. Hands on the air. Pose. Again. Nice one. Wait, then, Mr. Siphiwe. Nice one. Again. Let's say cheese. Cheese. Say cheese. Cheese. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a pose. It's an action pose. So when I say I'm from Maula, I get ligai. Cheese. Okay? Ligai. Cheese. Ligai. Cheese. Nice one. Ligai. Cheese. Ligai. Cheese. Nice one.
What does that mean? No. can add on to that one.
Okay, come this side. Okay, wait a minute. Yes,
Did you take this photo from Yeah, it's very nice. Compared to this, brand is very nice. What mobile Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, please. You can just comprehensive answers. Nice.
That is very interesting. So,
If I want to find like
especially for the change it seems quite quickly.
We spend 40,000.
Yeah, it helps quite.
Nova League.